Magnificent Seven are back for a reunion of vengeance and violence south of the border.
I've got pardons here, signed by the governor for each of you. When I countersign them, you'll be free men.
Well, then sign them.
You're gonna earn them first.
How?
Join a posse I'm leading.
Who are we going after?
Juan de Toro.
Pardons, hell. That's 7 against 70. You're taking us in there to get killed. Each man a specialist in violence. Together a total weapon of destruction. Pepe the outlaw, a hot-blooded lover and a cold-blooded killer. Walt the giant, with the strength of 10 men and the mind of a child. Hayes the soldier, he learned to kill in the army, and now it's the only thing he knows. Elliot the engineer. If he builds it, it stays built. If he blows it, it stays blown. Skinner the killer. They put him away for life and let him out for death. Noah the writer. He came for the story and wrote it with lead bullets. Chris the marshal. His men were all killers. That's why he locked them up. And that's why he turned them loose.
Plan a series of charges in these pits.
These are single shots, Chris. We need repeaters.
Those target rifles have got range. So we use those on the first line.
And official police ride guns.
Now, when they're about 300 yards away, we start falling back to the second line.
Winchester rifle, caliber 30-40.
We'll make the Winchester line. Right here.
Model 1885.
Wires, charges,
Strong as you can. Let's get more men. Seven's always been my lucky number.
The Magnificent Seven are back, doing their number. They put their lives on the line and let it ride.
The Magnificent Seven Ride is the fourth installment in the Magnificent Seven movie series that was released on August 1st, 1972. By the time I have reviewed this movie, by the time I have finished this review, I will have reviewed every single Magnificent Seven movie. Well, excluding the 2016 remake. Is this entry good or bad? Well, let's find out, as always, by starting with the story. The story actually starts with Chris having a normal life as a sheriff of a town and is now married. But after some time, his wife and a best friend are killed by a bunch of Mexican bank robbers. He then recruits a writer and 5 prisoners to destroy the bandits. The bandits beat and rape a group of women in Magdalena. This movie is actually pretty different than the rest of the Magnificent Seven movies. Not just because it starts with Chris having a different life than before, but in more subtle ways. It actually starts off like a normal Western movie. The first 3 started off in ways that not a lot of Westerns are like, and kind of remained that way throughout. When this one starts, it is almost like it's a completely different experience to the point where you forget it's a Magnificent Seven movie. But as the movie progresses, it naturally turns into what the series is usually like. But even then, there are still some new things to offer. In other words, the story is actually pretty damn refreshing to me, and this actually gives the movie its own identity, and a damn fun one to boot. The characters are good for what the fuck they are. Chris is once again the cool and stoic hero that does not take any shit. The gunfighters are supportive and skilled fighters and have their own little quirks. The female lead has a strong personality, and you can feel that she's really attracted to Chris. The villains succeed in being bastards that you are supposed to hate. The action scenes are fucking fantastic. I felt there was a satisfying amount of gunshots, as well as some explosions and knives thrown in as well. They are edited very neatly, and I guess it is satisfying to see the Magnificent Seven kill every single SOB in their way. Am I a sick person because I'm entertained by this? Honestly, I don't think so, because beating and fucking raping women for fucking pleasure is inexcusable. And that's what the fuck those men do. The men that the Magnificent Seven are shooting. Now, for the production values, they're pretty good as well, with solid cinematography, editing, sound, and sets. The music is okay. It has the famous Magnificent Seven theme and music, which is something you have to have considering the other movies had it. And it's just damn classic. Lastly, the ending is not bad. In fact, it's actually pretty good. That's all I'll say about it. The Magnificent Seven ride is actually a good movie on its own and as a Magnificent Seven movie. It has a damn good story with awesome action scenes and solid production values. Not this again. The only complaint that I do have is some of the dialogue makes me uncomfortable, but that is only a nitpick, and there's not that much of it. Now that I've reviewed all the Magnificent Seven movies, I have to say, it's been one hell of a ride. I give the Magnificent Seven ride 4 out of 5 stars with the title of awesome. Anyway, I'm Spike Robot. Thank you all for watching, and see you later.